the volume nice and loud. Cause we are controlling transmission with dance beats and R&B. You're in the mix with Lil Drummer Girl. With your host, Dawn Marie.
Hey there, it's Dawn Marie Mutel, and thanks for stopping by another episode of today's Little Drummer Girl. We have a very special guest tonight, and his name is Cory Caruso. He is the drummer of RUSTED. Cory was raised in Pennsylvania, and he's not only a drummer, but he's also an engineer. He attended Duquesne University, where he further honed his skills with solid influence behind the kit and the mixing console. He adapts quickly to many playing styles and environments, making him an inexhaustible resource on the stage or in the studio. Since Cory is currently on tour, his time is very limited, so let's get Cory on the air. Hey, Cory, how's it going this evening?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I know I can only imagine how swamped you are with the tour going on, and it really means a great deal to me, so thank you.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Looking forward to it.
That is awesome. I have a bunch of questions for you, and it looks like we have a little bit of time, so do you mind if we jump right in?
Absolutely. Let's get to it.
Okay, cool. So, how young were you when you first picked up your first pair of drumsticks?
Ooh, that's something I get a lot, and I actually can't pinpoint an age. It'd probably be around 5 or 6.
Very young.
Oh, yeah. My dad played drums forever, and my oldest brother, was pretty into it at that point, too. So, they were always in the basement. There was always something that I kind of flocked to and looked to try as much as I could get at it. At that point, I was not a very tall person as it is already, so at that age, I was even shorter and could only reach one of the pedals at a time, so I had to put a cinder block that we had in the basement on the hi-hat to keep it closed so that I could play.
Ingenious.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you remember the first song you ever learned how to play?
Ooh, first song. It was actually the influence of my dad. Would have to put that as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Men at Work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Men at Work. Wow, that was a great band. I haven't heard them in a while.
Oh, yeah. It's a great album off of Cargo there. So.
Yeah, it's funny because that Cargo album looks like the same logo that this company I used to work for called Rockin Cargo, and they used to handle all of the logistics of the tour sets. And
right.
They had seaplane, and it was so cool. Yeah, it was a great album cover. So I'm like, hey, I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Was your dad a famous musician? Was he a famous drummer?
No, he just, grew up in a little town, Westfield, New York, just outside the border of PA from Erie, where I'm from. Just did, bar gigs with the band around there. Still plays to this day, still in a band up in Erie, playing all the time. So.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, get mostly from him and a lot of help from my oldest brother.
Very cool. So I see you also teach music. So how old are some of the students that you teach?
Well, with the tour schedule, it's just a little tough to get as many people, but I mean, I'll do, perhaps done, anything from a younger, like a 8 or 10-year-old to, a college student my age, or, I've never had anybody older, but I would certainly open to that.
Very nice. I see you're also an engineer. Do you love doing one more than the other, or equal love?
That's definitely equal love for sure. I love, if I can get in the studio and just do the engineering, that's a wonderful thing too. But if I have to play on the track at some point too, I have an equal amount of love for that.
That's cool. How did you end up playing with RUSTED? Can you tell us the background on that?
Yeah, I going down to school in Pittsburgh. I obviously met a ton of people playing at Duquesne and just around town and whatnot. Turned out that one of the graduate students I was playing in a jazz combo with knew Michael, our lead singer. They had been playing together, I guess, for a little bit, and when they were looking, he happened to ask this gentleman, do you know anybody? And he threw my name out there first, and I got a call from Michael on a Tuesday, I believe it was, and that Friday I was playing a gig with him for the weekend, and, the rest is history there. I've been with him for about 2 years.
Oh, wow, that's really awesome. And I'll never forget the first time I heard their music, and I don't know, I was trying to figure that out today, like, who introduced me to that music? Because I feel like somebody turned me on to it, and I just can't remember, but hearing like the harmonizing and the percussion and the drums, it blew my mind, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta play that. So I was just trying to like learn how to play it, and it was just so intricate. It was like so many changes. It was just so much fun, and I fell in love with it. And I really can't believe I just missed you guys because you were here in Clearwater, Tampa area not that long ago, and I missed it.
Yeah.
So I'm really upset about that. I hope you come back soon.
Yeah, they'll be back for sure.
But you've been on tour for quite some time now, no?
Yeah, since the 14th or something like that of October.
Oh, wow. Okay. I happened to catch a video of you the other day with the curtain monster. And I was wondering where that was and how that happened and if you knew anything about it.
We're actually playing there, that same place. I think it was Bell's Brewery in Michigan, and I want to say we're going to be there Friday.
Oh, wow.
But that was something that Michael's doing. The old tour manager we had was the larger guy that, was able to pick me up, obviously, but I was pushed back so closer. I think it was a very, very easy grab. Push forward a little bit, and he grabbed me during the end of that, picked me up as much as he could.
I mean, I couldn't believe, you didn't miss a beat. You didn't stop. It didn't startle you. You just kept going, and I said, what a showmanship that is. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome. And I also love the way you have that Persian rug underneath your kit. Is that something that you do every gig?
Yeah, that's one of mine. I had a brown one for a little bit that got pretty gross. And my favorite color is orange, and I happen to find that same, similar pattern in a very loud orange. So that's very normally normal for that.
I love that. Is there a new album?
The new album is in the works. I'm not sure when we're getting to the recording that, but I am sure it's soon.
Beautiful. So how do you like living life on the road? I mean, do you feel like, can be stressed while you're in between two gigs and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, with them, we do about 150 to 180 shows a year is what ends up getting booked. So yeah, it's a lot. Probably average about, if it's on a big tour like this, about 12 shows a month or so. Either van runs or, just a little nicer to bus runs, like we're on right now. But yeah, I mean, you get your time home, and if you can organize it well enough, you can get a couple gigs at home with some of the local cats in the area, some recording stints and whatnot. And when you get home, you can do as much relaxing as you can and gear up for the next.
Do you practice in between shows every day, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, just with a practice pad. I tried to get a smaller, more portable practice pad kit going, but haven't quite gotten that far into getting that. Just usually rock my Evans real fill pad and pair of sticks and run through some rudiments and some exercises that I like to do.
Cool. Is this your first major tour?
Well, I've been with them for about 2 years, but with them, yeah, this is the first group that I've done any sort of national touring with.
Very cool. I mean, you look very youthful, so I'm assuming that you're a young guy, so I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever had, while you were thinking about becoming a live musician out there and gigging and trying to get a band and do a record deal, you felt like, okay, this isn't going to happen for me? And if so, how did you come out of it and stay positive?
I mean, there was a time, mostly just in school, with the dwelling student loans that I would come out of school with was the only thing I would get frustrated with, thinking, all right, how am I going to make this work? What am I going to do outside? And then once you do graduate, you realize, all right, pay what you can, you get into our hustle and get some gigs and do, whatever you can to pay for that kind of stuff. You become a little more relaxed, like, all right, just wait to pay for it. I can come up with all that, and that's not a, big deal. But then, yeah, like you were saying, it comes to getting a gig that's a little more sustainable than just your Friday night bar gig. It can be a little downer, but you can come through it. I think for me, what was helpful is I had a couple other students I went to school with that were starting to land cooler gigs. Not sure if you're familiar with Marcus Miller at all, but it happened.
Oh, yeah, actually, he was on MCA Music.
Yeah, he was a piano player. Brett, great dude, crazy good player. Landed a gig with him actually before he even left school, was playing with Marcus Miller. So.
Well, I didn't even know he was still out there. That's so cool to
know. Oh yeah. He's got a pretty recent album out too, still killing it.
Oh, I should get in touch with him.
Yeah, he's great. So stuff like that. I've got other friends that are landing gigs all over the place now. So once you see it happen, you're like, all right, just see how it works out. I kind of had the thought from the start that, music business is an incredibly, tight-knit kind of community where, you're going to get a gig based off of, obviously, how well you play, but first, you're somebody that you can hang with people and you're not causing any problems. So, and
personality matches do make a difference, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I kind of have plans going into start school, like, I'm going to play with anyone I can that wants to play and, get myself out there, play as much as I can. And I mean, that's exactly how it worked out. I played as much as I could. I got hooked up with the grad student. Happened to know RUSTED group. They were looking for someone. The next call was me.
I love that. You just don't know when it's going to come. I mean, and I always try to tell people, like, hang in there. Things get tough. You don't get despondent because it could be right around the corner for you, and you just don't know it. And if you give up, you might be giving up too soon, and I just want them to keep plugging away.
Oh, yeah.
You can never give up to reach that dream, because it may take 15 years. It may take 20 years, or it might happen in 5 days. You just don't know. So it's just one of those things.
Exactly. I'm not sure if I'm correct on the exact age, but I think it wasn't until 30 that Steve Gadd was even doing anything relevant.
Sure.
So stuff like little things like that, you're like, all right, it can happen. You just gotta buckle down and do it.
What are some of the musicians that you looked up to that you might have learned your chops from?
I was actually asked this question just the other day. Of a top 5, and I came up with 5 pretty quickly. I definitely and constantly, growing up, loved to either, throw on headphones and play tracks of, or just listen. And I mean, I started up growing up with lots of classic rock. That's a big thing on my dad's. Anytime we were in the car going to like a hockey practice on the weekends, it was always classic rock. So a lot of my drummers definitely come from that. So yeah, I probably put Bonham at the top. I definitely emulate a lot of his playing. Stuart Copeland would be a second for sure.
Yeah.
Did throw in not too obscure, but Gavin Harrison, if you're familiar with him.
No, who is that?
Gavin Harrison. He plays in a band that's called Porcupine Tree. And he's gotten out of that and he's in some other stuff and does a lot of his own stuff too. But he's a big producer. He's got a ton of good videos on his first site. But crazy good technical, just real solid player. So someone I looked up to a little more, closer to now, definitely through college and whatnot. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you mentioned hockey. Do you play? I played up until just about 8th grade. I was playing on the high school freshman team for the high school I would, I ended up going to. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm not the tallest of people, so at that age... Hey, but I'm sure you were really fast.
Yeah, well, and at that age, the fact that I was smaller, it could be a little faster than some of the bigger kids no longer applied because those bigger kids were just as fast.
Was this ice hockey or?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Was that? Okay. I used to work with the NHL, so I love the game. My brother used to play roller hockey as a kid.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome. My ex-fiance was a goaltender, and I just used to say, I don't know how you put 35 pounds of equipment on and you do butterflies up and down, this and that. And I was thinking, it's crazy, but it's such a great sport. It's such a great sport.
I absolutely love it. Anytime we're out in the city, we happen to have a day off, where that team playing, I'll go. So far I've gotten to catch the Predators at home and the Hurricanes at home. So.
And the Predators have been doing pretty well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they've got a solid team. A little rough start, but they've got a solid team. They could definitely make it to the playoffs, and hopefully the cup this year. We're hoping for that.
What position did you play?
I was mostly a forward, usually a winger.
Oh, cool. Very cool. So do you ever get nervous before you go out on stage and play?
Definitely not anymore with them. I think, obviously when I started, it was a little bit of nerves of, I hope I remember the song structure and how, how happy then. But for the first two gigs at least, I made a little drum chart for myself. So I at least knew the structure and how it went, but it was still a little fuzzy on like the ending. So it was like, all right, I think this was it. Let's hope it works out.
Have you ever had any embarrassing moments on stage? If so, how did you pull yourself out of it?
Nothing too embarrassing, short of breaking the stick or whatever. But just pulling another one out of the bag and trying to keep the beat as cohesive as you can.
I hear it. So knowing what you now know about the business, would you do it again?
Yeah, I should say so. It's fun, you know. It's got frustrating moments, but it's still a good time. It's definitely rewarding. Every night after you get off stage, you know, you've made however many people's night that night.
That's got to be awesome.
Yeah.
Did you change anything?
Change anything? Ooh. I mean, I'm not too far into it yet, so I couldn't say I changed anything quite yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, I know you use social media because, do you have any, like, you know, favorite marketing and social media tools that you suggest to artists and musicians out there that really should, like, hone in on?
I like to use Instagram only because it's, you know, it's just picture based. You can add a little blurb of something at the bottom. And the hashtags seem to help get a lot of, people or other users to see you. But for me at least, you know, getting more followers, at least like a little bit of traction, that's been definitely the best tool, I think, for me. And it all really depends on how you use each one. I mean, I've got the Facebook one, obviously, but mostly I'm just using that one through my Instagram, posting a photo of something or a video, write a little thing about it on Instagram, and have it also posted on the Facebook page. So, you know, doing something like that where it keeps it cohesive throughout all your social media is pretty a solid idea. And then I think if you can get, you know, captivating, high quality photos or videos, that's definitely where it's at. No one wants to watch a grainy video, especially in the day and age where everybody's phone shoots HD or 4K video.
Do you have any words of wisdom for future drummers and musicians out there that they should, you know, be aware of? Any tips or advice?
I would say the one thing that's helped me the most is to branch out and to learn a lot of different styles of music. You know, Rusted Root wasn't something I grew up listening to, but other styles I played, you know, rock, jazz, Latin, whatever. Learning them to, you know, you have to master it, but learning the different ins and outs of stuff like that is helpful across any style of music, no matter what you end up playing, you know, full time or more often. So.
Very good point. Yeah, I mean, I think that's important. It's like, you know, if you're a chef, you're not just going to cook one type of food. You're going to cook a lot of different types of food. You know?
Exactly.
And sometimes you mix a little Mexican with a little Italian and come up with who knows what.
Exactly. That's how you maintain creativity and come up with something new and, you know, push the boundaries even further than they are.
Are you familiar with Terry Bozzio at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just performed here in Largo, maybe last month, I think it was. And when I saw that kid, I just thought, oh my God, he's playing Tyrese, and I'm like, what is he playing? Because it was so intricate. I was just like, okay. And I was really surprised because there was only maybe like, because when he said, how many drummers are in here? I'm like, wee, you know, and there's probably like 5 or 6 drummers out of everybody that were in there, and I was blown away that there, you know, it wasn't like swarming with drummers in there, but it was just something else. So tell me something. Are you ready for the 11-stroke roll rapid fire interview?
Yeah, certainly. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite drum set?
Drum set is going to be Pearl. Pearl Master.
Cool. Your favorite drumstick?
Drumstick, I usually use the ProMark Rebound 5A.
Nice. Favorite album of all time? I know it's a tough one. One of your favorite albums of all time.
I'm gonna stick with Cargo only because I do love basically every song on that one. I could listen to it all day straight through.
Cool. And your favorite band?
Oh man, another tough one. Let's go Zeppelin with that one though.
All right, cool. Dine-in or takeout?
Depends on if I'm with someone.
Good answer. Favorite curse word?
I'd love pretty much all of those as well. Favorite curse word? Man, that's something you don't have to think about.
Probably say it all the time.
Yeah, let's just go with fuck.
Okay. Car or motorcycle?
Motorcycle.
Favorite travel spot?
That's another tough one too. I've been everywhere. Japan.
Japan, nice. Konnichiwa. Favorite food?
Favorite? Ooh, ice cream all day.
Ooh. Favorite person to hang out with?
Ooh, person to hang out with. That's gonna be currently my girlfriend.
Oh. Biggest pet peeve?
People who don't have good manners.
That's a big one.
Which seems to be lost these days.
I know, and you wonder what happened. Like, where did it stop? I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, Cory, it looks like we're just about out of time for tonight. How can our listeners stay in touch and connect with you? You see you on Facebook, but what is the actual, is it just Cory Caruso?
Yeah, Facebook.com/Cory Caruso, or Instagram /Cory Caruso, might be Caruso Cory actually. Website.
And you also have a website, right?
Yep, CoryCaruso.com, pretty straightforward.
Beautiful. I'll be sure to put those links up in the show notes so that they can reach out. And I want to thank you again. What's your next show?
Tomorrow, we're hanging out in Deer Park, Chicago today, and I think we're not too far. It's Palatine, Illinois, I believe it is. That's at Dirty Nelly's, it's called.
Oh, wow. I hope it's not too cold in Chicago right now.
It's not too bad. It's probably about 65, 70. It's raining.
Okay, that sounds nice. That sounds comfortable. Cool.
Yeah.
I want to definitely please let me know when you're back in the area, and if there's anything new going on, please also let me know. I'd love to share it with our listeners, keep them up to date with what's going on with you guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And I want to give a big thank you to our listeners out there. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I wouldn't have the show if it weren't for you. And don't forget to stop at the website at www.littledrummergirl.com. That's LILdrummergirl.com, and sign up for our newsletter for more tips, tricks, videos, and tutorials. And if you like this episode, please share it and tell your friends and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any new shows. We're currently on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, and SoundCloud. And remember, it's never too late to begin to live the life of your dreams and leave a trailblazer behind you. So rock on and rock out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Namaste. And thank you so much, Cory, for being with us tonight. You really rock, and I wish you so much luck on the tour.
Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you calling.
All right. Well, we'll catch you in Tampa soon, I hope.
Absolutely.
All right. Good night, everyone.